Welcome back to Buy That Crypto, the only crypto channel with no BS affiliate links and no BS period. Just straight to the point facts. So let's get right to it. Bitcoin on the monthly chart. We're going to focus on the macro scale today. So if you'd like the video, give us a thumbs up, help spread the word, and let's get going. Bitcoin current price above all monthly moving averages. So by definition, you're more bullish than bearish. If you're above all moving averages, that's what you focus on, right? If you use moving averages to tell where you were in the past and where you are currently, right? And when your prices are above those, you're doing better than you have been. So that is the point of using moving averages. And throw just a little tidbit of information in for you. If for those of you that aren't convinced that we're in a bull market and that think we're going down to 10K, 12K, whatever K your favorite shitcoin YouTuber says, I invite you to look at Exhibit A. This blue little line there, what the hell is that? That's the 100-month EMA. What is a 100-month EMA? That's over 8 years of price action. And what is that number? I'm glad you asked. Well, it's 13,852. Why is that significant? Well, let's just go ahead and look way back to the left here and draw that line. See that number right there? That is the prior price of the past 8 years. That's the moving average. There was no way we were going lower than that, right? So your favorite shitcoiners that were looking at, whatever K down here or still are, right? Why would price go below what it has the past 8 years, right? Use your brain, right? You don't have to follow all the idiots, right? Just use your charts, look at the, focus on charts over chats, and you'll do much better. So you're above the monthly moving averages and combined. Let's look at where we could possibly go, right? The 2019 summer bubble. Could we possibly repeat something like this and go to space? Well, perhaps unlikely we're going to get a move as significant as that one. We went up 175% above the 21-month. That's where we're taking it because that's where we are. The 21-month EMA as of right now, let's take it from the last closing candle roughly and just show you some perspective of why that might not be doable. 100 and we're looking at 80K, right? Not likely, huh? So what if we did even half of that? What if we did go into a summer bubble and did half of that? Let's say even 70-80% gets us to around 50K, kind of this dead cat bounce area right in here, our first initial bounce after our sell-off. Right, and look at the previous move, right? The first initial bounce kind of right there went just above that. That would kind of rhyme with that, around 50K. That's still asking a lot. I'm not saying we're going to do that, but if we're to repeat, I've seen a lot of people talking about maybe repeating a 2019 bubble and Bitcoin going on an absolute, batshit tear to the upside. Around that level would rhyme still with that move in 2019. Diminishing returns are a real thing, and unlikely we're going to get same repeat movements percentage wise as we did last time. But using line charts, right, and spotting similarities, I would say somewhere around 50K if we were going to do the absolute most bestest repeat rhyme of 2019. So figured I'd talk about that just for a moment because I've seen a lot of people talking about it. So that's just my opinion on that. I like to focus more on facts, and the facts are, as we've said, we're above all moving averages, so you're more bullish than anything. What we want to look for, why are we focusing on the monthly? Well, we have 2 days, 11 hours until we close the monthly April candle. So indecisive candle so far, just much like we had back in February. Saw some people calling for bearish, moves after this, and no. This is an indecision candle, not a bearish candle, right? Bearish would be followed up by a red candle. We had a green candle. So this represents nothing but indecision in the market, and we're having it yet again, a spinning top candle. Let's remove kind of the price charts and just look at candles, right? Bullish, indecision, bullish, indecision, right? Maybe we follow up May with bullish. Historically, May's been decent. Right? Besides bear markets, right? Last May, not so great. There you go. There's our red one. Still not the worst bearish candle, right? How about the May before that? Not good as well, right? But historically before that, Mays were working out good to the upside, right? April, May right? When you're starting bull markets, it works out well. When you're ending bull markets or starting bear markets, they work out basically the opposite. So we will see what this one does. 2019 was the start of our bull run. 2023, likely the start of our bull run. Do we know for sure? Right? Nothing's for sure. All you have are the odds, but so far we seem to be rhyming with 2019 better than most have predicted. So if we are to do that, I would say more upside is on the cards. But indecision candle so far, we want to close this monthly candle above the 21-month EMA. Let's put our ribbons back on, our moving averages here. So that exact number is 27.8. We'd want to hold that for between now and Sunday. 27.8. We have about $1,000 to play with to the downside. That's what we're looking for. If we do, right, the odds are with us to continue our bullish momentum because what? Right? You should be answering that. We're above all of our moving averages. If we have a move down, we're looking to about 25, 24K to hold for the bullish momentum, right? That was exceeding, that would still keep us above all these monthly tops, right? And you're looking at the close here, 23.3, the close here, 23.1, right? The close here, 23.1, right? So above 24K based on this chart is where we need to hold on the monthly. So whether it be this month and we have a red month next month and come down, that 24K on the monthly seems to be where we want to hold, right? And if you put on the 50, you see the 50 month right here, right? We tagged it right there. We tagged it there. The EMA 8 would likely press down if we come down here, right? And that 50 month is 24.5. And if you put on the simple moving average, so the 50 month simple moving average is also right there. You can kind of think of that as a double safety net. So that is also at 24.5. The EMA and the SMA at 24.5 also likely going to be where the EMA 8 on the monthly is likely going to be at 24, right around 24 to 25K. Right now it's at 25K. If we move down, that will slightly move down with it. So 24.5. If we get down there, do yourself a favor and at least dollar cost average. If you're out of the market right now, right? If we move down, consider that maybe your best fire sale opportunity. Just my opinion on that, not financial advice, but I will be loading up the trucks as much as possible. If we get down to 25K again, start the dollar cost average. Big moves, no matter if you're into altcoins, right? It's not altcoin season. Check my previous Chainlink video. We have that chart, right? You want to familiarize yourself with the Bitcoin altcoin season chart. It's right here, blockchaincenter.net. It's clearly Bitcoin season right now. We're down. Altcoin season's way the hell up here. We're not even remotely close. Okay, don't even think it's even remotely close to altcoin season, and we're about to have some kind of epic run on alts. Right? That's not how it works. It's Bitcoin's time now. Bitcoin dominance is near local highs. I mean, let's just look at that real quick. Right? Look at the monthly chart of Bitcoin dominance. What does this mean? Bitcoin is having its way. And looking at the 5-day Gaussian channel, which if you've watched my channel at all, I'm a big believer in that. The 5-day Gaussian channel on Bitcoin has flipped green, right? And your action is above the Gaussian channel. If you got this on Bitcoin, it's go time. And speaking of that, right, let's go look at Bitcoin on the 5-day Gaussian channel. Is it go time yet? Not quite. We have our price action above, but we don't have a green channel. When could that happen? Well, I would say in the next couple of weeks. We might actually get it in May if prices hold above, you guessed it, 24 to 25K, right? Because that is the top of the 5-day Gaussian channel as of right now. So we're also holding our 200 and 100 EMAs up here, right? Look how much respect that is showing for Bitcoin on that 5-day chart. I mean, look at that support. So if we move down, maybe I would expect a quick move to 25K and then a recovery. That might be your last significant opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin. And even altcoins, whatever your altcoin prices are down here, likely going to be much lower than now. If Bitcoin has a crash or I guess a drawdown or a previous breakout zone, right? 15%, Bitcoin goes down 15%. You can bet your ass that altcoins are going to get hit much harder than that because Bitcoin dominance is so high. That's why that can be important to look at time to time. Right, Bitcoin dominance going up and no signs of stopping. Very bullish right now. So going back to our Bitcoin monthly chart, right? How do our indicators look? Do those look any good? Look at the Gaussian channel has never turned red on the monthly, right? Keep that in mind. So let's turn that back off. And then I want to show you some the indicators, what we have here for the bullish part, right? Look at the momentum, the stochastic RSI. Rocket ships up. Look at 2019. Rocket ships up, running parallel. Momentum is on our side. Bullish momentum to the upside. What else do we have? Look at the ADX and the I's. Crossed bullish. Really the first time, right? We crossed bearish not for very long. May 2022, right? 276 days was the only bearish time in Bitcoin for Bitcoin in history. Look at that. Right now we have crossed back bullish, but we need the ADX, right? That's your orange line, right? The DI positive is in the green and the negative is in the red. And I just call it bulls and bears to make it easy on you, right? So what you want to see is more divergence from each other like this, and then you'd want to see the orange line kind of follow suit with the bulls here, right? And that's what you get, right? This right here is what we want to see, right? And go look at 2019, the bubble, right? Even though it didn't last that long, but look how high the ADX was, right? We're not even close to that. We're at 35 on the ADX. Look at where we are now. So that's why I don't really think we're exactly going to rhyme with 2019, the summer bubble. If we do, I think it'll be much less, right? So if prices do continue up over the next month in May, look for mid to low 30s. I would say is under 40. I got that. We'll do more videos on that, but just keeping it simple here. The Fisher transform, one of my favorite indicators. Bullish momentum running parallel, right? Look at 2019, bullish momentum running parallel. That's what we're doing. We had a bounce back in January, right? And that, the monthly Fisher transform to trigger a buy. That's when the blue crosses, and monthly sell, right? You want to be paying attention to that one in a big way. That will tell you the reversals on the biggest macro scale. And that's what we have on the monthly for the indicators for Bitcoin. Looking good, looking like a nice bright future ahead to the bullish side for Bitcoin. Obviously, we're going to have a couple of red months along the way, so don't freak out. Remember our line in the sand, right? We have it here, right? 24, 25K, that's where we're looking at, right? For the monthly, we have a lot of support down here if we get there. When we get there, there will be a lot of panic. All your favorite shitcoin, Bitcoin, altcoin YouTubers are going to be screaming for 12K again, or 9K, or $13 for Bitcoin. But you're going to be smarter than that and say the charts are on our side. This is the last chance potentially for the best prices of our lifetimes to get into Bitcoin or altcoins, right? Looking at altcoins, right? It's not the time yet, but slowly dollar cost averaging in right now might be on your best bet. If we get down here, it's load zone, right? It's load time if Bitcoin comes down to 24, 25K area. I would say starting around 25, because you never know what it could bounce off that EMA 8 on the weekly, right? Look at it. I mean, on the weekly, on the monthly, everything is lining up to this being the massive support that it is. The 200 week, we might only go down to the 200 week. So don't be too greedy if we get down here. 25K, if we get down around the 200 week, and you haven't loaded up on all your coins, that might be your best shot right there. The 21 week also right there, right? I can't stress this enough, how much support we have right in here. So monthly, it goes all the way down to kind of 23.5. I would expect kind of a wick like we had here on the weekly. But on the weekly chart, you can't be messing around if we get down here, right? You've got to finish your buying for the long term, right? This isn't buying here and hoping we 5x in the next 6 hours. This is buying long term and hoping we 6, 12, 20x in the next multiple years and months, right? So hopefully that comes across crystal clear. If we get down here, do not panic, right? We're in a bullish uptrend. We've broken the downtrend of the bear market. We're in a new trend by definition, right? CMT level 1 will tell you that all day. Find a CMT that tells me we're in a bear market. CMT, Chartered Market Technician, right? Look that up if you don't know, right? Educate yourself in a bear market like I did, right? Chartered Market Technician, there is not a goddamn one alive that would tell you we're in a bear market, right? Those are the smartest, most knowledgeable people. I'm only level 1, right? There's people like multiple levels above me, and there's not a damn one that says we're in a bear market, okay? Like, use your common sense here. Right, so anybody calling for lower prices, bear market, right? They're just using their emotions and feeding their bias, right? So by definition, right, this is not me talking in my opinion. This is by definition per TA, right? This is why you look at charts and watch videos, right? All right. So enough of that. I think I've showed you a pretty much wealth of information on the biggest chart. So remember, go look at the altcoin season index. If you have trouble wondering and you're following just, Twitter or Reddit on telling you what's going to happen next in altcoins, you have proof now, right? It's not going to happen, right? So if you fell for the altcoin season bullshit that they said a couple weeks ago, right, that, Bitcoin goes off and now altcoins are coming. Horseshit, right? Now you know that is horseshit, right? You have the proof, right? It's not going to happen. All right, so let's do a quote of the day. There's always one moment in childhood when the door opens and lets the future in. Dumbest quote I've ever seen, but let's go ahead. I don't make them up. They're right there. Car of the day, week, month, and year. Ferrari, the new concept, Ferrari F60. Didn't even know it existed. Ferrari F40, F50, awesome cars, great icons. The F60, I feel like it's kind of breaking the mold here a little bit. I'm not buying it, right? I feel like the F40 and F50 are timeless, and I mean, I love this car. It's sick as hell, but to be iconic for the next 50 years, I'm not. It looks a little too average to me. It looks awesome, great, but F40, F60, you can't be adding this to the F40 and F50 family and not making it a little bit more unique than this, right? My opinion, whatever. F6, I still take one or two. You can buy me one. I won't complain. I love it. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching this long if you have. Have a great weekend and monthly close, right? Remember the monthly close. What is the number? I'm going back to check myself because I've forgotten. The monthly close, the 21-month EMA, 27.8, right? That's where we need to close. And remember, don't let anyone convince you otherwise. This is an indecisive candle so far. Depends on where we close. We still have 2 days. Bitcoin could go up here. Bitcoin could go down here. But remember, spinning top means indecision and an argument by bulls and bears on both sides, and no one is convinced just yet. So we will wait and see how we close, right? We could go all the way down to 27.8 and still be okay and macro bullish.